Hey guys, Game Man Dan here, and today I'm going to be answering your questions. So I got a lot of great questions, and I'm going to be answering them from the most recent questions to the most far back questions. It's been about a month since I uploaded the video, so let's get into it. The first question is from Retro Game Tech. He says, "Congrats on another milestone. Thanks." And by the way, Retro Game Tech is an excellent YouTuber. I'm pretty sure he's one of my favorites. He's just great. His question was, well, he has multiple questions. He says, "My questions, so far, what has been your biggest gaming letdown? As in, has there been a game or console that you thought sounded cool, but when you finally obtained it, it was really disappointing?" That console right now for me is a Sega Master System. I really don't enjoy it that much. I'm not saying it's a bad system, it's just that I thought it was going to be really awesome, and it's just not that great. And I guess I just don't have the great games for it, but I hope that's the reason. And what is your biggest gaming surprise? Basically the opposite of the first question. A game or console you were pleasantly surprised with and now really like. I'm going to say the Atari 2600. That system's awesome. I didn't know if I would like the graphics or if they would be too primitive or anything for me. Or they would just be kind of stupid, but I kind of like how the graphics are so crazy old and stuff like that. So yeah, those are pretty good questions. I liked answering them. And he ended it with a little smiley face. The next question is from Pecan Pie 94. If you lost your job and you needed money, what console do you think about selling first? I don't have a job. I get all my money from my mom, so I'm really not worried about that. But if I had to sell a system, I think it would be Master System, because it's worth the most, and I really don't like it that much. It really sounds like I hate the Master System. I don't hate it. It's just not one of my favorite systems. Next question is from a great friend of mine, Classic Game Hunter. His question is, "Congrats on the 300. What time of the month do you find most games?" I find the most games when I have the most money, and it's usually at the beginning of the month. So I usually find games at the beginning of the month, because I always remember waiting to make a pickups video. I got all this stuff, I have to make it, and I haven't got anything recently, so I'm going to say beginning of the month. Next question is from Omega Minion. What underrated K through A 16 8-bit game do you think is the most disturbing? Boogerman's pretty disturbing. I thought about that one for a while. Boogerman is pretty crazy and weird and messed up, so I'm gonna go with that for that question. Next question is from Scuba Diver Picker. First off, congrats. You make great videos. Thank you. Not sure if you want these now, but here are my questions. Anyways, if you found E.T. for the Atari 2600, what do you think you'd do with it? A, keep it as a reminder why E.T. decided to go home. B, buy a home rocket kit, build the rocket, duct tape the game to the rocket and paint return to center on the rocket and watch it blast off. Or C, give it to a friend as a gag gift. Or D, go Mafia on it and tie a brick and throw its ass in the river. I'm gonna say just keep it, because I kind of want it, and I want to just try out how terrible it is. That's a pretty cool question. I like multiple choice questions, so that's awesome. The next question is from Skywatcher7. His question is, well, first he says 300. Congrats on the 300. Congrats. I'm pretty sure he means congrats on the 300. Any crazy stories while you were out and about looking for games to collect? The best game that you started with low expectations for, but was blown away how cool it was? Those are two different questions. By the way, the first one is an older game hunting video I had on this channel. It was Game Hunting Episode 3. I'm going to be re-uploading that. So look forward to that this weekend. And there's this little kid, and he had this snow blade, and it's like this big long thing, about this big. I don't know if you can see that, but it's like about 4 feet long, and it's like you sit on it, but it's not like a sled. It's like really skinny, like this big, and he was like acting like a God of War boss and stuff. He was crazy. He was chasing me and my friend in a thrift store. I have the video of that. If you've been with me for a while, like since like I guess 100 subs, you would know what I'm talking about. So look forward to that, and look forward to see that again, because it's a really, really awesome video. So yeah, oh, and blown away how cool it was, or a game you start with low expectations for. I'm gonna say Full Auto. I really didn't start out with low expectations for this, but I was blown away how cool it was. Classic Game Hunter sent this to me, who I answered the question already, and he said, it's a cool game, it's kind of like Twisted Metal, so I like Twisted Metal, but I didn't know how cool this was. I like this better than actually better than Twisted Metal, so it was actually a really cool game. So yeah, I was blown away how cool this was. So this next person didn't ask a question, but I kind of want to give him a little shout out here. His name's Michael B, the Game Genie. If you haven't heard of him, you should really check him out. He makes some pretty good video responses and videos and stuff like that. He just says congrats on the 300 subs, thanks. But he actually did a few video responses for me. He did for my top 5 Genesis games and my top 10 PS2 games, so thanks a lot for that. He's a really cool guy, so go check him out. Next question is, how can I get 300 subs as well? And this question is from Secondhand Hunter. He's cool. You should probably go check him out. That's a phone number. I'm sorry. I probably shouldn't show you that anyway. But his question is 300 subs. How can I get 300 subs as well? Which I just said that. I say quality content is most important. Like, if you would watch it, if you would take your time, sit on your ass and watch it, and you're going to be glued to the screen and actually watch it the whole time, I say that's what you have to put out there. I've made a lot of videos where I just never put them out because I thought they were boring, and maybe the sound was off or something like that. I can't stand when there's something wrong with it, like if I'm out of focus or something like that. That really bothers me. And try to make it as professional as possible. Try to cut out all the bullshit in between each thing with like editing and stuff like that. Maybe put some music behind it. Make it as most interesting to the person as you can. Make it so you would watch it. If there's bad audio, would you really want to watch something that's like you don't want to hear that? And if like you're holding the camera and it's like it's like really bad. But yeah, just do what you know and stuff like that. Do what you know, do what you want to do, and eventually you'll get 300 subs. Next question is from Kratos CSS. What's your favorite game and console? I'm going with NES for my favorite console, and my favorite game for that console is obviously Contra, one of the best games ever, and I believe I have a copy right here. Cool story behind this. A teacher actually gave this to me, but you'll hear that story in a pictures video that's coming out soon. And what is the worst console in your opinion, and the worst game you've ever played? Worst console, in my opinion, ever. Like ever. I don't own it, but I'm thinking Virtual Boy, because I don't want to sit like this, like all leaned into the shit like that, and have the controller and it's like on your face. I would never play that thing. If I got it, I'd keep it because it's kind of expensive and stuff. But I just don't think it's stupid. And worst game I've ever played? That's a difficult question, man. I'm gonna say Onimusha on the PlayStation 2. I know it has a pretty good fan base, but that game just blows. It's like terrible. The controls, you can't even control the person. It's like the controls are different on every screen you move into. But that's pretty bad. Alright, so the next question is from Pickups Weekly. He says, how do the ladies react to the games? Ha 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 ha. So how do they react? I don't think they really give a shit. Yeah. Next question is from Christy O'Connell 311. I hope you actually like the band 311. That's why you picked that number. Favorite gaming soundtrack? I'm going with Death Smiles on this because I actually have it. Where's the game? But this game soundtrack is sweet. It comes with a limited edition version. It's right here, and it has this like techno-y kind of like upbeat, like energetic kind of music. It's great. Look up the gameplay to this and pick this game up. It's $20 for limited edition. It's pretty sweet. Get Death Smiles because the soundtrack's awesome too. The next question is from my favorite guy on YouTube. Not by far. I like a lot of people on here, but he's my favorite guy. He's just cool and chill and just fun to watch. I sound really gay. It's Edsy1138, if you haven't guessed already. I have a man crush on him. No homo. No homo. One of my favorite albums of all time is Boston's self-titled debut. So my question is to you, which of Boston's fantastic science fiction album covers is your favorite? I'll be right back. Oh, where is it? Alright, so I found it. I like the first one, like you said. Right here, it says, which of Boston's... well, you said, one of my favorite albums of all time is Boston's self-titled debut, and that's, ow! That's also one of mine. Here it is right here, and I love this album cover so much. I think the part that sticks out the most to me is the blue flames. And if you're watching this and you don't know Boston, what's wrong with you? But I love how there's all these UFOs and everything. I've seen the second one and everything. I don't own it. But since I'm most familiar with this album, I think I'm going with this for the most awesome Boston